So basically, we go to the doctor, and literally she takes one look at my legs and says, he has nephrogenic systemic fibrosis. When was the last time he had an MRI? My mom said, well, about 6-7 months ago. She goes, well, he has NSF, and it was because of that medicine, gadolinium.
Hold on. But you said earlier a doctor told you to take the medicine.
Yeah, because the company that made it did not tell them. The company, GE Healthcare, made this drug and then burned the results of the bad testing. You can look it up. It's not anything that I put out there. I'm going to post the link. I'm going to have Zack TV. I'm going to ask me if he'll post the link on the bottom of my video that shows where they say they burned the results. They burned the results. GE burned the results, so they didn't have to put out that information to people. That it was going to mess up people without kidneys. And effectively put me in a wheelchair for life with no hope of getting out. So what made you even after you blew up, right? You got 100,000 more, 100,000 or more subscribers.
Yep.
You could go to a Atlanta artist that's buzzing right now. You could go to a New York artist and approach them. So after you blew up and built that platform, what made you just want to stay with Chicago only and not do Chicago, but also branch out to like, you know, these bigger artists like New York and get like, you know, Casanova or like Troy Ave, or go to Los Angeles and get YG or something like that?
If I leave Chicago, we won't have any other outlets, to be honest with you, and that's the truth.
Okay.
I'm the Chicago savior, the last hope for the city of Chicago. I mean, we have our radio stations, but they only play signed artists.
But people don't even really listen to the radio that much anymore.
No.
There's more internet than anything.
Internet.
Yeah.
So I'm the last hope. Yeah. You know, and it's crazy that you say this, because last year in July I was supposed to move to Harlem. Literally, everything was ready. Oh, wow. I had 2 artists. One of them who recently got shot 9 times. He got shot literally. Okay. Got shot 9 times. He was laying at Trinity Hospital. I went to visit him. Okay. And I was telling him, like, man, when you get well, man, just focus on your music. I'm getting ready to get out of here. He like, bro, don't leave. You gonna keep me alive. And I'm like, what you the doctor gonna keep you alive? He like, nah, man. That gives me something to strive for to get off the block. Okay. To know that I'm gonna get an interview by you, or my video gonna go on your channel. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And that gave me hope. Like, man, I'm giving Shorty hope. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He got something to look forward to besides the block. Yeah. So that made me want to stay, you know what I'm saying, and help the Chicago artists. But I do travel outside Chicago and do, but you know.
I mean, obviously you're here, so.
Most definitely.
So I want to play devil's advocate for a second on the channel. So you go to people's hoods, right? And I want to ask, like, what do you say to the comments of like you're promoting beef, or you're promoting beef between these 2 artists? I don't feel you are, because that beef already exists, right? Before you got there. But a lot of people say, why are you showing it to the masses? Why are you promoting it, giving it light?
If a CNN reporter was to go to Iraq, interview the guys in Iraq, then go to America and interview the president of America, what would you guys say then?
Nothing.
He's just doing his job.
Exactly.
I'm just doing my job. I'm the mediator. I'm in the middle of this. Yeah. I'm not instigating. I'm just showing both sides of the spectrum, both parties' story. Okay. He got a story. He has a story. I just want to put it on my platform and let the people be the judge. Okay. If I wasn't there, to be honest, like 90% of these rappers in the city of Chicago wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for Zack TV. Yeah. That's a fact.
You're something to work for. Getting on your show is something to work for
most
them.
Definitely.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Yeah, that's cool. How when you started covering drill music, first of all, like more, or the drill artists, how did you did you know from the beginning, like, this shit's gonna take off the way it did? And how old is drill music really? Because from what I've heard, I don't know anything much about it, but I've heard that it was started before Chief Keef. Like, I imagine that I Don't Like was the song that everybody heard, but I imagine that was going on in Chicago years before.
Yeah, Chief Keef made drill music viral. He made drill music known around the world. Okay. But to be honest, Chief Keef wasn't the originator of drill music.
Okay, who was?
Pac-Man from Dro City.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. You know, Pac-Man started it, King Louis took it off, and Chief Keef took it to a whole nother level. Okay. And that's a fact, and them all facts, you know what I'm saying? So, R.I.P. Pac-Man, he started drill music.
Okay. So, again, when did you start covering it? Like, when did you actually start covering the drill rap?
I say 2012.
Okay.
When it was like hot. Okay. That's when I was in college. But I was going back and forth to Chicago every weekend. People didn't even know because I was up there every weekend doing interviews and drive.
But you had already started before drill music took off. Like,
in 05, 06. Yeah.
Okay.
But as far as the drill music, 2012.
All right. And then again, playing devil's advocate, do you think that music hurts or helps the youth because they have the guys who are going through it have some way to get out their emotion or get out what they're feeling, but also do you think it affects the younger kids listening to it?
Without a doubt. But it's a way for these kids to get out of Chiraq and get it to the hills of Hollywood. Give them something to look forward to. Chief Keef changed his life because of drill music. Dirk changed his life. Fredo Santana changed his life. King Louis changed his life. Lil Herb, Lil Bibby, because of drill music. C. Honcho, and the list goes on. But at the same time, when other kids use this drill music, once they get in their head, it brainwashes them to commit crimes and do heinous things, and they don't really think about you. And that's the real. You understand what I'm saying? You can't.
That's so real that you're saying that, because like anybody who comes, like whenever you ask someone from hip hop, is hip hop damaging the youth? They'll come up with 50 million excuses, but they won't say, yes, it is, but you have to be strong enough to not listen to it and do what they say.
Exactly.
Just listen to it for an enjoyment and understand that's what they're going through, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And so that's very cool that you actually said, nah, it does hurt the youth.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be real. I'm probably the realest cat
out
here, man.
That's cool.
I grew up on Dipset, so I used to literally sit
right here.
Yeah. Shout out to Diplomats, man. Cam, Wells, Hell Rail, Jimmy. I used to literally sit in my room, me and my homie and them. I used to listen to Dipset 24/7, bagging up.
I heard that.
Real talk, and that's a fact. And just say a situation that happened in the hood, I'll put myself in the shoes of Jim Jones or Cam, and that's crazy. That's how much I was infatuated with Dipset, how much they took over my life.
But that's because you were going through what they were talking about. If I had heard somebody talking about hospital this, hospital that, it would have affected me more because I would have been like, whoa. You know, like you're telling exactly
what I'm going
how
through.
I feel, what I'm seeing, what I'm doing. And so I can understand that. But you know what's funny is I like at the same time you're doing something positive, you're bagging up at the same time.
Yeah, man.
It's like, that's funny. That's cool.
Hate her, but I fuck her like a lover. I was fighting, but we kiss under the cover. And baby, I don't ever play around with you. Soon as we get together, you know what's going down. She say she love when I'm up in it. Them other niggas ain't with it. She like, what's your favorite position? I'm like, baby, every position. And I love when you wash the dishes. Not because you washing the dishes. It's because of little shorts you be wearing when you walking around in the kitchen, yeah.